Absolutely ridiculous. They have the nerve to call that thing a boneless wing. It's more just like a fancy chicken nugget. I'll show them. Mine's gonna be better and tastier than ever. To kick off this epic boneless wing journey, we first need to prep the wings. We'll start by separating the drum from the flat. Grab a sharp knife and slice right through the joint. Toss the drum aside for later use and focus on the star, the flat. I used scissors to snip the tendons and then scraped the meat down with a knife. Once that bone is fully exposed, give it a little tug and it should pop right out. Boom! We've got ourselves a true boneless wing. Rinse and repeat with the rest and look at what we've created. Set them aside because we're about to move on to the filling, mac and cheese. Let's start with a roux for our cheese sauce. Add 2 tablespoons of butter to the pan, let it melt down, and then sprinkle in 2 tablespoons of flour. Stir it up and cook for about 3 minutes before we pour in some evaporated milk. Now watch the roux do its thing as the milk thickens. Now the secret to a perfect sauce: add a little milk, stir it, let it thicken, add a little milk, stir it, and then we're going to add about 2.5 cups of cheese. Stir it into the sauce until it's ooey gooey cheesy perfection. Season with pepper, salt, and the secret weapon, MSG. Mix it all together and our cheese sauce is ready to go. Next up, the pasta. I found this really cool pasta at the store. It's called fusilli. It's like a thick and curly spaghetti. Toss it into a pot of salted boiling water and cook it per the instructions on the package. After draining it in a colander, there we go. Now in a big bowl, combine your pasta with that cream cheesy sauce mix until it's fully coated. And just like that, we've got mac and cheese. Grab a bag and spoon in our mac and cheese. Squeeze out the air so we can pipe it neatly into our wings. Give the bag a twist and our mac and cheese piping bag is ready for action. Now let's fill these bad boys. Carefully pipe in the mac and cheese and don't overstuff them because the cheese will burn when we fry. This may take you a little bit of time, but like I said in the beginning, it is definitely worth it.
Two hours later.
Now once all of these are filled, go ahead and close off the ends with a toothpick. You're going to act like you're sewing the meat together and you want a nice tight seal. And once you're done, this is what you'll have. Now we're going to fry these wings until they're crispy golden and floating at the top. Perfection. Now it's time to set them aside because it's saucing time. In a pan, melt half a stick of butter, and right before it turns into brown butter, hit it with some lime pepper seasoning or any seasoning of your choice really. Toss in your wings and coat them so that every piece is shining. Go ahead and set them aside, and then in the same pan we're going to add a little bit of some ginger garlic seasoning and splash with some sriracha. Then we're going to give it a toss to make sure it's nice and mixed. Add your wings back in, drizzling a little bit more sriracha on for good measure. Toss until each wing is dripping in spicy, savory sauce. And feast your eyes on these beauties. I can't wait to dig in. Let's slice into these and see that glorious cross section. And look at that. Now for a taste test. Now I can't fully describe you the bliss of biting into an actual boneless wing stuffed with mac and cheese. You're just gonna have to trust me whenever I tell you to try this dish. It's amazing, the flavors work well together, the mac and cheese is as good as mac and cheese can be. We're gonna go ahead and try the lemon pepper one. And this one is just as amazing. Guys, I would definitely recommend that you try this recipe at home. It is a bit tedious getting all of those bones out of those wings, but trust me whenever I tell you that it's definitely worth it in the end. Getting a bite into that truly boneless wing, not that fancy chicken nugget that everyone claims is a boneless wing. This was absolutely amazing. The mac and cheese, the flavor of the sauce, it was awesome. If you liked anything you saw here in the video today, let me know by leaving a like on the video. If you're new here, subscribe to the channel and get the bell on so that way you can be notified anytime that I post. Guys, I'll see you in the next video, but until then, stay saucy.